Welcome back, my YouTube family, and thank you for such a great response. Now, today I'm back with a new recipe, and I'm cooking some khasta kachoris with some delicious aloo ki sabzi. Now, this recipe I got from my nani, and she, in my opinion, is one of the best chefs in the world. So, let's go make it. So, for my kachori, I've taken 250 grams of urad dal, which I've soaked for around 6 hours, and now I'll make it into a paste, but I'll make a coarse paste, not a very fine paste. Now my dal is ground coarsely. I'll start searing it in some oil with some spices. In a hot pan, I'll add 3 tablespoons of oil, a teaspoon of hing. Now I'll add my dal. And now I'll start searing my dal till it is light brown in color. Now my dal has started to change its color. I'll start adding my powdered spices. Half a teaspoon of red chilli powder, half a teaspoon of Amchur powder, half a teaspoon of Garam masala, half a teaspoon of salt or to taste, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and 1 teaspoon of fennel powder. So after cooking my spices for around 5 minutes, I'll finish off my dal with 1 teaspoon of Kasoori methi powder. Now we let it cool for around 30 minutes. So for my dough, I've taken 250 grams of refined flour, in which I'll add half a teaspoon of salt, and 50 grams of desi ghee. And I'll start mowing it. Now mowing will help in getting that crispy texture that we expect in our kachoris. So after the mowing process, I'll add half a cup of water and knead it into a stiff dough. Now I've got a stiff dough and I'll cover it with a wet cloth and rest it for around 30 minutes. So while our dough is resting, I'll start making my aloo ki sabzi, for which I've taken half a kg of boiled potatoes and I'll start crushing it. So now this much is enough. So I've got a hot pan in which I'll add 1/4 cup of oil. In this, I'll add 2 teaspoons of hing, now I'll add 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon of kalonji, 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek, 2 teaspoons of crushed fennel, and I'll stir it. Now I'll add 1 teaspoon of cumin, now I'll add my powdered spices, 2 teaspoons of red chilli powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I cook my spices. And now I'll add my potatoes. Now our potatoes are mixed in the masala nicely. I'll add 1 teaspoon of Amchur powder, 2 sliced green chilies, and I'll stir it nicely. And now I'll add 2 cups of water. And let it boil. So now our potatoes have come to a boil. I'll add 2 tablespoons of tamarind water, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek, and half a teaspoon of garam masala. Now we'll cook it for 10 to 15 minutes. So guys, after 15 minutes our aloo ki sabzi is ready. I'll just finish it with some coriander. You can see the consistency. So now I've made equal portions of my dough and my stuffing has completely cooled down. I'll start stuffing my kachoris now. Now to roll it, either you can use a rolling pin or just flatten it with your palm. It's like this. Now just make a depression, add 1 teaspoon of stuffing and just start closing it. Now I'll start pressing it. So guys, this is the size we want and this is the thickness that we want. And now I'll start frying my kachoris. Now your oil should be on a very low. So guys, this was the color I was looking for. Now I'll take them out on a tissue paper. Now I'll start plating my kachoris. Just break them with a spoon. Add your aloo ki sabzi. Some imli ki chutney. Some sliced onions and some coriander chop. So guys, this was my version of Khasta Kachori with some delicious aloo ki sabzi. If you like the recipe, do share your feedback in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Till then, bye and take care.